just briefly, we thought about how we would hire and train and how we'd set expectations and how we would monitor all of this to make sure that it was really happening. Because accountability is so dang important. So we came up with a system where we believe we know how to hire people who like people. And then I think we also know if they don't like people, after all, we can either try and fix them or we can have them go find another job. But hiring great people, training them well, spending extra money on training, and then giving people the right tools to work with, empowering them to do certain things so that they really like the way they're treated and the way things are, and then setting up compensation structure. I mean, there's a couple of pet peeves that I have about, and I get asked these same questions all the time. I'm kind of getting frustrated, and I'd like to, drives me insane. But a lot of people say, look, United spends 49% of all of its labor costs on labor, and you spend 25%. Therefore, you pay your people half as much as United. So that means you're going to be unionized someday. I'm like, wrong. First of all, we don't pay our people half as much as United. If you took the new United wages in almost every category, we pay our people more than United does. Well, how's that? That doesn't work now. It doesn't make any sense. Well, it makes sense because we're more efficient, because we use high tech, high touch. We use technology. We better utilize our people. We better utilize our assets. We've taken lots of pages out of Southwest's book. Southwest is the most highly unionized carrier in the country. I don't know if anyone knows that. So we've used a lot of those techniques to become better. So we pay our people well. And a lot of the pay that they receive is incentive. Pilots that fly over 70 hours a month, for the 71st hour they receive time and a half. Flight attendants, the same thing, and they're fighting for the hours. They want to fly more instead of fly less. About 20% of their compensation last year, they get a great wage to begin with, a fair wage, one that's in the top third of what the industry is, and then an additional 20% on that based on the success of the company. Last year, 15.5% of their salary, in addition, was paid out in profit sharing. In just our second full year of operation, we paid $17 million back to our crew members, over $17 million, which was 15.5%. Then we matched 401k 100%. We allow people to buy discounted stock in the company so that they can do payroll deduct and buy stock at no worse than 15% return on their investment. And I tell our people all the time, the frontline people that are really doing it every day, that are really making it happen, and they worry about job security, and I give them a simple formula. I say, okay, here's your formula. Show up to work on time, sober, because sometimes people forget about that. Pilots, not our pilots. At some other airlines, with your clothes on, I should say. Take care of your coworkers, of your fellow crew members, and go take care of our customers. That's all you have to do. Set that expectation level, and from day one, we go into orientation, and I'm there on the first day, and Dave Barger, our president and COO, is there on the first day. We talk about the company culture, and we talk about all of the things that we do at JetBlue to make your life a lot easier. And we talk about the pay, and we talk about the benefits, and we talk about, I teach airline economics, that's my course, and I talk to them about revenues and how we have the best load factors in the industry and why we do, and it's because we take care of our customers. And it's because 60% of our new customers come to us by word of mouth. 20% come to us by advertising. We spend $30 million a year on advertising. We get 3 times more by word of mouth. And I talk to them about costs and how we keep our costs low by better utilizing you. But explain to them it's not on your backs. We did not build this company on your backs because we value you. And we can't expect to pay you less and say, take care of the customers, damn it, or you're going to get fired, and expect that that's really going to happen. You have to really do it through example and take care of people. So setting those expectation levels from the very beginning. Now, as far as monitoring and following up and being able to do that, we have, I think it's a very important tool that we have in our company. We have what we call crew member speak up, that at least once a year we do an online survey that's anonymous, that goes to Market Matrix, which is a company based here in the Bay Area, where our crew members can go online and they answer 68 questions about the company. And they're anything from, do I receive a fair wage? Just, for my industry. Do I receive benefits that are fair? Do I like my supervisor? Do I like, is my CEO smoking ragweed when he tells me how great things are? I mean, all the way down, it's very specific questions about the company. We just finished one, and I'm anxiously awaiting the results. I've got kind of a preliminary results. 72% of all of our people filled that out, which, I don't know if you do much surveying. We were a bit disappointed because our goal was 80%, but we only got 72%. But that's a lot in surveying to be able to get that kind of reaction. Now, world-class companies score about 81 on this particular survey. And we scored, I think, a number I heard was 79, which is just below world-class. And now we're going to dissect all of those out by department, by location. We don't know who the people are. And take all the comments and then roll those all out to all the officers that we roll down to all the directors. We'll come out with action plans for everybody. Okay, this is what you have to do. Now you're going to be held accountable for these numbers. And so we have to continually take the temperature of what's going on. Because when I get up in orientation and I tell people, you're going to love working for JetBlue, we're going to value you, we're going to respect you, we're much as given, much as expected. Because once we train you and tell you exactly what to expect, and then we're going to hold you accountable to that. And if you don't treat our customers well, we're going to ask you to go find another job. And if you really don't like people like you've told us in the interviews, like we've tried to determine, then so we set the bar, the expectations. And so if it's not really like that, once they leave that place, if they're not valued, if they're not respected, then we want to know about it.